Hi everyone, this is Ryan Hoyme, aka Massage Nerd, and today I'm at the Alliance for Massage Therapy Education Conference. And today I have Sally Hacking. Hi.
Hi Ryan.
Nice to meet you again and again and again and again. So you're at so many different conferences it seems nowadays. So how did you get involved in the massage therapy field?
Well, a local legislator in Ocean City, Maryland, and was asked if I would put in a local ordinance for massage therapy, and the rest of my colleagues on the city council wanted to put it under the tattoo ordinance, and I felt that that was inappropriate, so I made my voice heard and became recognized as being really the sort of beginning of putting in a local ordinance in Ocean City for the massage therapy. And then 7 other counties adopted it, and then the state of Maryland adopted it, and I was very proud of that. And AMTA National Association approached me and asked me to put in a government relations program for their national association. I did that, and then 5 years later I started working with the National Certification Board for Therapeutic Massage and Bodywork, and was their Director of Government Relations, and help them monitor and track legislation and feedback into the board, and then they fed it back into their constituency base.
You're just snowballed basically, didn't it?
Right, and then from there I went from the National Certification Board to working with the Federation of State Massage Therapy Boards, where I'm now the Director of Government Relations for the Federation, and I also have independent clients. I work with several AMTA chapters, and also some of the other associations.
Okay. And over the years, what have you seen difference with regulations with massage? Have you seen a change for the better, the worse, or what kind of things?
I see a lack of unity and conformity, which really is the major concern, and I think my work with the Federation will move hopefully into creating some uniform standards through a Model Practice Act, of which I'm privileged to be part of a task force looking at that. And portability is ultimately what this profession has asked for and the state agencies want, and we're moving in that direction.
Yep. And then are you a member of the Alliance then?
I am.
Yep. So why did you decide to be the member then?
I felt that this organization was an independent organization of educators that wasn't necessarily attached to or in working in conjunction with any association, and therefore their independence and therefore the neutrality representing just educators was really an important part of my work, because the educators are such a critical element of every state legislation piece and every law, and they're important people in the rule process as well.
Yep. Yeah, because it must be a full-time job just keeping up on the regulations. It's just like constant changing and people wanting to change regulation in each state. And I'm from a state there's no regulation for massage, so all we have is the CAM law, Complementary Alternative Medicine Law in Minnesota.
Right.
So, I mean, we're eventually, every single year we get a little bit closer, but haven't got there yet.
Yeah. Well, I think the climate in the legislatures has been very difficult recently to actually get any new legislation passed, whereas maybe 20 years ago. Did I just age myself?
Yep.
Oops.
Yes, you did.
Well, let me just say.
So you're 40 now. Yep.
Yes, started when I was very young. The climate has changed, obviously. And also I think the electronic world and the media has made everything available to so many more people. So while the legislative process is healthier in terms of everyone knowing what's going on, it's also more challenging to try and have a state law passed. I will continue to work with the 7 remaining states in hopes that we can get state regulation at whatever level is appropriate passed.
And with the MBLEX, you're gaining new states every single year, it seems, and stuff. So
I think the important message with the MBLEX is that the states own the MBLEX. They own the examination. It's their examination, whereas in the past, they've either had to create their own examination through the state agency and or delegate to another entity to create a national standard through examination. And I think licensure ultimately, now having its own exam, will create the portability that we're looking for.
Yep. And where do you see the future of the Alliance going?
I think the Alliance will continue to grow. I think it will continue to thrive. I think the educational community will continue to be empowered and understand their role in the legislative process, and grassroots up, numbers, voices, they'll be heard.
Yep. So it's nice that they have people like you to fall back on to find out what's going on with all this stuff. So.
Well,
yeah.
I do track nationally all the legislation and all the rules across the nation, and I do give information freely to everyone that asks for that information, and that's
Yeah.
funded through the Federation.
Okay. And if anybody wants to get a hold of you, what's the best way?
Basically, my 727-686-0966 is my cell phone. It's
Okay.
on my hip right now. It stays there. And or, of course, email.
Yep. So do you help out, let's say members in states and stuff like that, they're needing help or information about what's going on with regulations and stuff, or how do they keep in track what's going on with regulation?
Well, anything that impacts the profession, I will usually send out to the national associations, courtesy of the Federation,
Okay.
and then I also have contacts with a lot of the state chapters with the MTA. I work very closely with the ABMP Director of Government Relations,
Okay.
Jean Robinson, and I network and collaborate together. And I guess I'm just basically known, and people will call me and ask me, and I ask for their help too. If they hear of something and I don't know about it, please tell me.
That is so nice, all these organizations working together like that, and it's so nice. I mean, I want to see that more and more, you know?
Yes, I think we all do.
Yes.
It's time.
Yes, definitely. It's always a pleasure, Sally.
Thank you, Ryan.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.